Happy rainy Thursday, everybody. We are off to go see the newest Mission Impossible movie. Let's see how it is. So we're off to see the new Mission Impossible. This is going to be a good test for the Mary scale because Mary likes these movies. But these are movies that I chomp at the bit to go see in the movie theater, especially the Mission Impossible series. I think that for as crazy as Tom Cruise is in real life, these movies are typically phenomenal. And the action sequences are unbelievable. So I know that this week they already said that they were looking to make another Mission Impossible movie. And I guess they kind of can be played out, but I'm really anxious to see how this is going to be. Alright, so we just saw Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I liked it. What did you think?
I thought it was great.
I think in the grand scheme of Mission Impossible movies, this is one of the better ones. I'm not sure it's the best one in the series, but for the 2 hours that we were in there, I was like sucked into the movie the whole time.
Oh yeah, definitely suck you in.
You know, the movie actually featured Ving Rhames coming back to action as a full-time character in the movie, and it furthered the storyline. So for those folks that haven't seen any of the Mission Impossible movies yet, and I know that there's some folks out there that haven't seen them, I think you could see this as a standalone movie, although I think you probably would be in a lot better shape if you've seen the other movies preceding this, especially the last movie before this, which was Ghost Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Mary's adding a lot to this dialogue here.
Yes, I am.
You know, overall speaking, I think Ghost Protocol may be a better movie than this overall. Although, I will say this really had a lot of pretty awesome scenes.
Yes, it did. It kind of got. It kind of got. Boring.
Yes, it did.
It kind of got boring in the middle when all the talking was happening.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear any talking. We just want to see action. There is a good deal of dialogue, you know, because the movie, you know, the one thing about this movie, and I think it's probably the same with the other Mission Impossible movies, is that they just jump right into what's happening, and then you're filled in as the movie goes along as to what is taking place or why it took place. So there's a little bit of thought that's involved with the movies, and you know, this one just took a lot more dialogue to get you to where you
have to pay attention.
Yeah. You know, Tom Cruise, again, outstanding. He does his own stunts. I know that, you know, here's the thing. Tom Cruise is batshit crazy all the time. You know, outside when you're looking at these other interviews and the stuff jumping on the Oprah couch, I cannot get past thinking about that moment when I'm looking at anything from Tom Cruise. But having said that, he's one of probably the preeminent action star over, and even drama star over the last, you know, probably 20 years.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
And the stuff in this movie, I mean, you know, there's stuntmen that are used, obviously, but he does a good chunk of his own stunts, and it looks phenomenal on screen.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's incredible. The plane thing that you've seen probably on all the you know, TV and coming attractions. Crazy.
And then there's a strong female character in this movie. The only like drawback, if you've watched the other Mission Impossible films, every time that they introduce a strong female, they're just gone at the end of the movie, and we start from scratch again at the next movie, and that to me is a little bit of a drawback. But there is, and I don't know the actress's name that's in the movie in this one, so I apologize, but she's a very strong persona. She plays a very big character in the movie. Mm-hmm. And you know, I thought, you know, for folks that are complaining this summer about characters like Black Widow and, you know, the Marvel films where women are not featured prominently, you really get it in this movie. It's you know, she is a
second main character, actually.
And she's an equal to Ethan Hunt's character in the movie, I think.
Exactly.
So enough of the chit chat. Mary's already dreading this. We have to get the Mary scale here. What do we have on the Mary scale for this movie?
I would say between a 4 and 4.5. I like this a lot.
That was it? Okay. I
Well,
figured
5 is perfect, and you know, it's hard to reach that.
now for you it is, because you're self-cognizant.
No, I would say about 4.5. It's
Okay.
really good.
I'd probably give the movie like a 4, maybe a 4 to 4.5, somewhere in that range. I think it's tough for me. I really loved Ghost Protocol and the scenes in that movie. Like, we went to go see this again on, there's a theater that has like a similar IMAX experience, because the IMAX screens that are in at least our general area, not genuine IMAX, like top to bottom screens that are huge, but the bigger screens are in these theaters, like from XL screens that are in this chain called Epic, and the screens are huge. And that's where we saw Ghost Protocol, and it was like to the point, you know, if you've seen Ghost Protocol before, hopefully this isn't a spoiler for folks, but as they're doing the descent in the building and they're looking over the edge, I mean, I felt like, you know, my feet were sweating and I was uncomfortable watching that scene.
My stomach dropped.
You know, but in this movie, you know, you didn't get that feel, but there was so much more action. I mean, there's one long action sequence that all I thought was like, I can't imagine how long it took to film, and that's like kind of like smack dab towards the middle of the movie. It's just it's an incredible long shot, you know. And then there's a lot of GTFO moments towards the end of the movie that would probably, yeah, I guess I would score this a 4 overall, because you get to the end and I'm like, you know, there's some stuff that's just, you know, unbelievable in the way. It seems like they spent their worth building the story, getting to the action sequences, getting to the end, and then the end was just kind of like, oh, well, how do we wrap this up? You know?
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And then it just wraps up. But they've said in the press there'll be another Mission Impossible movie. At least Tom Cruise said that. He looks phenomenal for his age. I mean,
I just was blown away by how he looked.
do you think that he's a good-looking guy?
I never liked him, no, but he looks great in the movie.
So in the Anne Rice movies,
no, he does
it
not hold up to
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt.
So you're a Brad Pitt woman?
Oh, yeah.
More than, okay. Just in case you guys were wondering out there.
Brad Pitt with long hair in the vampire movie.
What about Brad Pitt in that fishing movie?
I never saw it.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Tom Cruise looks phenomenal. He's getting better as he ages, it looks like. But you did see some wear and tear on him towards the end of the film, I thought, you know, especially with the size of the print that we saw. But anyway, I'd give it a 4. Mary gives it a 4.5. If you're into spy movies, action movies, intelligent action movies, and you like the Mission Impossible chain, this one's a can't miss.
Yep.
And I think these movies always look better on the bigger screen to me, so,
Yeah,
you know,
I think
worthwhile.
so. Rather than the TV.
Much better than seeing me at the end of a review going like this for pixels. So
I thought that was great.
anyway, we'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, we're back home, and there's one thing that I thought about that I totally didn't want to overlook in the movie, is that Simon Pegg's character was phenomenal as well. His character's really become stronger as the series has gone on. As well as, I think this is probably the biggest movie that he's been focused in outside of his comedic roles. He just does a wonderful job. On that note, I wanted to shift gears here a minute, because Universal Orlando announced another house today for Halloween Horror Nights. The Walking Dead will be back again. This is their 4th year doing Walking Dead. I think the internet or the Twitterverse today exploded with people complaining about The Walking Dead, and then you had some folks that supported it. I'm in favor of The Walking Dead bringing another house back this year. It brings bodies in the door. It's one of their marquee brands that they bring back every year. Last year's house may not have been as strong as the year before, but I'm looking forward to what they can do this year. This year they're supposed to have like walkers within water, like when they go to visit the store, and you know, it's another house to experience, and we'll judge it based on its merits when we go to see everything at Halloween Horror Nights. And lastly, we had a bunch of footage that was left over from when we went to Universal Studios yesterday. Stuff like NBC Sports Grill and everything that I wanted to show you guys because it was worthwhile, but it didn't necessarily fit in with the Hard Rock Cafe video that we did. So we'll show you that as soon as we do our close. And on that note, thank you for all of your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. Here's some lost footage. So my neighbors have thrown out their couch. Rest in peace. It's Sapphire Falls! Yay! Hey, here's the update on the NBC Sports Grill Pub. Grilled cheese sandwich something. It's got bricks in front of it. This has been open during the day for you to see construction, but not today. But they have this brick facade going outside, and it looks good on the outside over there. And you can see everything that's happening inside there too, so like the floor is in and stuff, it looks like, or some stuff. I don't know. And here is the outside, so they're gonna have that gigantic TV screen out here that looks like the screen that's in the Cowboy Stadium. And you can see stuff from this side at least, and there's people actively working in there, so you can hear stuff going on. I still don't know if this will be open for Halloween Horror Nights, but looks like they're working towards it. End of the night, why would this be working? Why? Look at that line for the Cabana Bay bus. Holy mackerel.
Sorry.
Alright, so we just saw Mission Impossible. Alright, good. I was going to say the wrong name of the movie.